that wasn't easy for me to sit in.
Yeah.
It was not easy.
You told your mom.
Well, it was in my work. A turnaround was, I want my mom to say that she loves me.
Yeah.
And so I met her after a long time, and eventually she was willing to see me. And I authentically, we were talking, it was going really well. I was doing a lot of listening and learned a lot about how she saw me as a daughter. That listening is so powerful. And there was nothing she said that I couldn't track and own. And I learned a lot that I was so blind to. My teacher. And I said, I love you, Mom. And she said, no, don't. And I saw her as like this little bitty girl, just so, it was like, oh no, like this unlovable little precious, and the bonding was just amazing. So I kind of let up on the I love you and did more listening. After that, even more listening. Okay, precious. I need Mom to want to support me. Do you see another turnaround?
I need Mum to not want to support me.
You tried that one.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you didn't tell her.
There's one you're looking for,
Yeah,
Katie.
You didn't tell her. Yeah, so good to feel your way through them. Okay. I need me to want. I think you've done those. So let's look at the next one.
You mean number 5, or?
If there's another one on that.
I need Mum to tell me to come home so she can care for me.
Okay. Oh, that's so beautiful. So is it true? Is that what you need to be happy?
No.
Yeah. So when you sit in that, I need Mom to tell me to come home so she can care for me. And when I sit in that, is it true? I don't put the mother of my dreams up against that. I put my real mom up against that. Is it, when I go to is it true? And it's going to show me. And so you need your mom to tell you to come home so she can care for me. How do you react? What happens when you believe that thought and you haven't even told her?
Well, I mean, it's sad because I imagine that she doesn't want me to come home and she doesn't want to take care of me.
Yeah. Won't even call. Yeah. Who would you be without the thought? Hands on the wheel, listening to your sister.
I'd be present. I'd be listening. I'd be curious.
Yeah.
I'd be...
And close your eyes and look at you. You're holding the wheel without the thought. You might say a bright mind, listening to your sister. Noticing you're passing any trees. Is the sun up? Is the moon up? The time of day.
It's dark. I'm holding the wheel and I feel like I'm okay.
Yeah. I need Mom to tell me to come home so she can care for me. Turn around. I need myself.
I need to come home.
Yes.
So my mum can care for me.
Yeah.
Why didn't I just go tell her I needed her?
So that's a good question. Why didn't you?
Because I was ashamed.
So now you know. You have another piece of discussion too. If she says, why didn't you just come home? You can say, I was ashamed.
Mm.
And she said, why did you wait so late to call? I was ashamed. You have a lot of answers here. Honest ones. I need me, try this one on, I need me to tell me to come home. To get out of the mother of the past, the situation of the future, and come home. Right here, right now. Listen to the words of my sister. Just hear them so that I can care for me in that situation. Do you see another turnaround?
Yeah. I need to come home so I can care for me. So that I can mother me.
Yeah. To me, that means out of the past, out of the future, and to take care of the one that is just lost in space.
Yeah.
Just the next one.
The next turnaround.
The next concept. Judgment.
The complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Mum is angry at me for leaving my husband.
Is that true? Beautiful woman at the wheel, so upset. You pull over. Your mom is angry at you for leaving your husband. Is it true? Can you really know that it's true? She's angry at you.
No, I can't really know that it's true.
And notice how you react. Notice where your mind goes. As proof, as apparent proof, when you believe the thought your mom is angry at you for leaving your husband. Notice the distance you put between you and now. The apparent you.
Yeah.
And now. This lost.
Yeah. Well, that lost opportunity for discussion and connection. Because I was busy feeling that she was angry at me. And I never asked her. I still don't know.
Your mom is angry at you for leaving your husband. Who would you be behind the wheel of that car without this thought? With all that false evidence in your head of not now, not now, not now, not now.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't believe that, I would have so many more options for what I could have done and how I could get close to her and how I could get the support I needed.
So turn it around.
I am angry at me for leaving my husband.
So where do you go with that one?
I was angry at myself for marrying him, and then I was angry at myself for leaving him, and I was angry at myself for letting it fail, and I was angry at... Whoa, I was angry.
Lost.
Yeah.
Anger is a state of mind. It's I love that fourth question. It means coming out of la-la land, this imagined past future that's going on that you're not even aware of. People don't even know the cause of suffering. Some people. But that's it. Be here now. Who would you be without your story? That running story, that not now, not now. Is there any way to be angry? Is it even possible without imagined life? The not now, the not now. You can't make yourself angry if you're not sleepwalking or sleep driving in this case. Mind travel. And it's necessary for ego to stay identified as object. The not present. The present. Mama's angry at me for leaving my husband. Can you see another turnaround? Mama's not.
Mama's not angry at me for leaving my husband.
Well, she thinks you're married. But that would be reality, as far as you know. Let's look at the next one.
She is selfish.
Is it true?
No.
No, she's
confused.
We really have to ask her.
Yeah.
She's selfish. Turned around.
I am selfish.
So, where do you go with that one?
Well, I don't know, there's something about in my mind, it was my marriage, and in my hierarchy of who feels what pain, she's my mom, so she has to behave a certain way, and I have to get a certain amount of caring, and so I was completely selfish and blind to her pain and her confusion, and why I hadn't given her a call, why she had to find out from someone else that I'd left my husband. Must have been devastating.
That's a lot of selfish when you think all of that is in you and you're not, it's just in you.
Yeah.
So she is selfish, opposite, let's try generous. She is generous.
Yeah, maybe she was giving me some time and some space. It's possible.
Mm-hmm. It's a conversation. Lot to talk about. Mm-hmm. The next one.
The next turnaround.
The next concept, judgment.
She doesn't care about me.
Is it true? Can you really know that it's true?
No.
My mother says, no, oh, no. She doesn't care about me. Is it true? I mean, what does that have to do with me anyway?
Yeah.
If I don't care about you, that's mine. If she doesn't care about me, that's hers. If she doesn't care about me, what stops me from caring about her? Where's my compassion? Where's my understanding? She doesn't care about me, turned around in that situation, I
don't care about me.
Where do you go with that one?
It was absolutely central to where I was at the time.
Yeah.
I couldn't get any love from anywhere at the time. I'd left my husband. I was all alone. I was sleeping on a friend's floor. And I wasn't giving me the care I needed, so I was screaming at a steering wheel about my mother.
Yeah. So be back on the floor. Okay, where you weren't caring about you. Be back on the floor. Okay. So get really comfortable there. Go to the place where you finally got comfortable. Okay, other than what you're thinking and believing, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that can tell you so much about you. You know, when you're of right mind, you're okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the circumstances.
No.
You're it. If I'm not happy, I look to myself.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing to understand.
Then I'm okay.
You're it. The next one. Yeah, you're always okay. Find a place where you're uncomfortable and notice what you were thinking and believing, and there's the cause of the discomfort. And then slow down. And in your mind's eye, just be there until you are comfortable. To be present is to never be alone. Okay, sweetheart, the next one.
She thinks I am uncaring.
That's what she thinks. Is it true? Can you really know that it's true? She thinks you're uncaring?
No.
That's a conversation you could ask. You could be right or you could be wrong. But either way, you get to see how your mother sees you. You really get to meet your mom, not your imaginary one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll bring you closer even when it's not something you want to hear. She thinks I'm uncaring. Turn it around.
I think she is uncaring.
Isn't that what was running you?
Yep. Damn.
Yeah. Next one.
The next turnaround.
If there is one.
I think I'm uncaring.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was quite, I was so numb and confused. And
So let's look at 6.
I don't ever want Mum to ignore my suffering.
I'm willing.
I am willing.
That my mom
Ignores my suffering.
I look forward to. I look forward to believing my mom is uncaring. My mom ignores my suffering. So I still don't have it right. You do it. The first one I'm willing to and read it, and then I look forward to.
I am willing to ignore my suffering.
I'm willing that my mom
I am willing that my mum ignores my suffering.
I look forward
I look forward
to my mom
to my mum ignoring my suffering.
Yeah, because that is a lot of suffering.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, precious. It's just another worksheet.
Thank you, Katie.
Yes. It is so beautiful to have nowhere else to go but in.
Yeah.
And what you've been through is the push.
Yeah.
And that push, it will take you to where you want to go, to what you came here for.
That's why you need to be grateful for it.
Well, you might end up in a state of gratitude. You gave you that floor.
Yeah.
And the mind just dismisses it like, on the floor. No, on the floor.
You found some good things on the floor. Cockroaches.
I'm glad it only took one. Thank you.
Thank you.
What have you, watching this moment's work, experiencing it, what have you become aware of? Hand up, yes.
So how do you know you're done with a worksheet?
You know, you get a little break, no suffering, you're doing fine, and you don't get one till you need one. It's just unfinished business. It's all set up for you. You're the one. That's how it is. Yes?
So, how can you forgive yourself when you see all of the things that you did? So, you see all of the things that you did, and you're taking
Yes.
ownership of all of the things of your part.
Yes.
And then that person isn't around anymore for you to go and apologize.
Yeah. So,
And I'm not just talking about my mom. I'm talking about like failed relationships and, people that I've hurt and there's no way of getting in touch with them.
for me, like the people, like for example, like my mother, my sister, my brother, they're dead, they say. And as I do my worksheets and I see how I reacted when I believed the thought, I see where I need to make that right. Well, they're gone. So I live that out with all beings. I live it out. I have an expression, I owe. It's off to work I go. And then live it. Self-realization until it's lived has no power. The ego will just take it over. Or can.
Do you have any tips on how to forgive yourself?
As I become aware through this work, I see why I said what I said, and I see why I did what I did. And we could see witnessing her. She's a believer. In that situation, she was a believer. So is she guilty? She's guilty of having thoughts. Can you stop believing what you're believing in the moment you're believing it? Good luck with that. So we are like sleepwalkers, and this work helps us to wake up. And for me to be right with myself, again, the man on the street, the woman on the phone, the person I bumped, the one that, there's no end to making it right. It becomes a way of life. It's a natural way of life. It's a brilliant way of living with no downside. And if you see a downside, your work's not done. So it's a worksheet.
Thank you.
And no one can give you that but you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.